Welcome back, and joining us on the show now is Surendra Mehta. He's Secretary at the India Bullion and Jewellers Association. Mr. Mehta, thank you so much for joining us. And an all-time high in sense of gold settlement price. So on charts, it definitely does look quite on the positive side. But would you say that much depends on the U.S. non-farm payroll data now? And either side could really tell you on what the gold prices are headed for now.
Manisha, gold prices have been moving in the range of $2,036 to $2,041. When we met last time, I specifically mentioned about it. And I have always been of the opinion that if the gold prices crosses $2,062, then we are up for the big rally. But what has happened thereafter, after the last inflation data by the Fed and Fed hawkish comment, the gold prices have moved upward. It crossed $2,062, and no wonder it can further go up. Currently, it is about $2,115 in spot market. I am foreseeing that we are likely to break all-time high in spot market of $2,135, and we might move towards the $2,149. That is the first resistance level. This is also due to the geopolitical tension, which is getting exaggerated in the Middle East, and also because of the Chinese market tumbling down and Chinese economy showing a bit shady picture. So in my opinion, one has to be very careful. $2,149 is a crucial level. And it all now depends on the Fed promise that, yes, in the month of June, they are going to cut interest rate. If they do not cut interest rate in the month of June, then we might see a very big fall in the gold prices.
All right. Well, yes, much depends on US right now on where the gold prices can go from here. But this sudden surge and an all-time high of gold in the Indian markets also, Mr. Mehta, has that led to some discounts here? Are you seeing more recycled gold coming into the street?
Well, definitely. Whenever the prices goes up, and especially when the price goes up in Indian market by about 2,500 rupees in just 2 days' time, definitely there would be a lot of old jewelry coming in the market for recycling. That is happening. The demand is very less. Almost, I would say the demand is down by about 50% because of the gold prices. That is also due to the March year ending, also because there are no marriages happening post-May, and also because of the proposed Lok Sabha election in our country. So all these reasons are going to curtail demand. So we might see a June quarter, a very bad June quarter. But if you see overall, the gold prices has to come down. It cannot sustain at this level. I'm still of the opinion, but of course, it all depends on the Fed. If the Indian demand has to increase, then the prices has to come.
Well, yes, it's always a very inverse relationship there. For a slightly longer term, by the end of this year, let's say, when we do start seeing those rate cuts, even the markets were anticipating 4, now it's 3. Some people are talking about just about 2 rate cuts as well. But how do you look at the long-term scenario for gold? Because a lot of Wall Street banks and brokerages still are talking about $2,200 and $2,300 an ounce in case of gold in the next 12 months.
Well, I do agree with $2,300, but one important thing we have to understand is that the Fed will have to now openly come out with in the month of June how many more rate cuts. If they announce in the month of June about 2 more rate cuts, then I think in the second quarter, that is July to December, in the second half of the calendar year 2024, we should be looking at gold prices near $2,300. But if they only announce 1 rate cut in the month of June, and thereafter they do not specify anything about the more rate cut, then the gold will become range bound. I still feel that 2,149 is the resistance level at this price, and we might see a very big fall from 2,149 if there are no better news for the gold.
Okay, all right, Manisha, thanks very much for that. So yes, it'll be interesting to see whether we get back to those levels in terms of gold prices, which we saw in December, but nonetheless, soon enough, record highs probably there. We need to wrap up on the show, but stay tuned. Business Lunch up next.